Good, maybe? I think. To be seen. So, today, in case you didn't get the memo, we're going to incorporate a refuge ceremony and some refuge and precept vows to this morning's practice. We had a great group of folks that joined in the Foundations of Buddhism for 6 weeks, and some that wanted to participate in this. So I have a nice list of preceptors, refugors, refugees maybe, that have signed up. But if you didn't sign up, don't worry. I have everything. I just realized that you're probably looking at the stuff. Hi, I'm here. Oh, technology. What do you want? So, it is going to be a refuge ceremony along with our practice today. So, don't get stressed out if you're not interested in taking refuge. We always start with our refuge prayer. This is a little bit different, and in the sense that after our Dharma talk today, we'll have an opportunity where you can say the Pali refuge with me, as well as just an idea of the precepts, the 5 precepts, which you can offer to take one of or all 5 of, depending on what your intention and clarity is. But don't get stressed out. There's plenty of service that doesn't have to do with refuge. But it's certainly, for many, as it was for me, a beginning. And it's always an invitation to begin and not a graduation of any sorts. The Dalai Lama, I think, says it best, that when you're acting like a Buddhist and practicing like a Buddhist, then you're a Buddhist. And when you're not, you're not. So it's each and every moment that we find that refuge in. So it's really important to embrace that in ways. And for individuals, it's often a great step to mark that moment when you have agreed with yourself that you are going to undertake and endeavor to explore the ideas, not only just the concepts, the philosophies, but also the practice, and even explore the religion and the ritual part of it. Understand where all of it really lies and what the importance and or not importance is in regard to those things. So it's good. So it's an auspicious occasion for that. We're marking the end of the year and the beginning of a new calendar year, and exploring that for some it's a recommitment to this practice, and for some it's marking the beginning. But I invite everyone to begin again, begin where you are. So we'll do a little chanting, we'll do a little meditation, we'll do a little Dharma talk about refuge. Interesting. And then we'll recite some vows. If you don't want to recite some vows, then you can be here to support and give some love to those who are beginning. So let's, as we always do, begin with ringing the bell 3 times, letting that sound and vibration call us onto our seats. Call us into this present moment, into our practice. We begin with the path-clearing and wish-fulfilling prayer to Padmasambhava, followed by our refuge prayer, once in Tibetan and 3 times in English. Dosum Sangye Guru Rinpoche Nungdrup Kundak Dewa Chen Bojab Barche Kunsel Dudu Drakpotsel Solwan Depso Jinji Lab Tu So Chinang Sangwei Barche Jiwadang Sampalunji Drupa Jin Jilo. Precious Guide, one with all the Buddhas of the 3 times, blissful presence and source of all spiritual accomplishments, fierce destroyer of illusion who dispels every obstruction, we pray to you for blessing, inspiration, and realization. Please remove all outer, inner, and secret obstacles, and spontaneously fulfill our aspirations. Sangye chodang tsoki choknam la Zhangchu badu dakni kapsuchi Dakji jinso ki pe sonam ki Drola penshir sangye drupar shok. In Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, we go for refuge until fully awakened. Through the power of generosity, ethics, patience, enthusiastic effort, concentration, and wisdom. For the sake of all beings, may we realize and demonstrate our innate goodness. In Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, we go for refuge until fully awakened. Through the power of generosity, ethics, patience, enthusiastic effort, concentration, and wisdom. For the sake of all beings, may we realize and demonstrate our innate goodness. In Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, we go for refuge until fully awakened. Through the power of generosity, ethics, patience, enthusiastic effort, concentration, and wisdom. For the sake of all beings, may we realize and demonstrate our innate goodness. The great yogi Milrepa sang, "My body is the holy mandala itself, wherein resides the Buddhas of all times. With their blessings I am freed from all needs and attachments. By day and night I offer them up. Happy am I to do without material things, knowing that all beings in the 6 realms of samsara are inherently Buddhas, and all the 3 worlds the self-creating, measureless Trikaya Palace. Whatever I do is the play of the Dharma Dhatu, ultimate reality. Whoever I'm with is the Yidam deity. Wherever I stay is the Buddha's abode. Happy am I to forego outer supports, rituals, and symbols." So this morning we'll chant the last line of the Heart Sutra, which is gate gate parasam gate bodhi swaha. I'm going to need a drink. Hydrate my my throat. So remember that this Heart Sutra is pointing us to our disillusions and our illusions about our physical experience, our human experience. So we start to pull at the strings, the loose strings of these concepts, and understanding what things are and aren't. So this last line translates as going beyond, thoroughly beyond, fully beyond, beyond the beyondest beyond, enlightenment, yes. And I like to say, and then beyond. Before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. With different understanding. Gate gate para som gate bodhi swaha 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 gate gate para som gate bodhi swaha. Rest your attention on your breath. Following the sensations of breath simply. Feeling the movement of your body as you breathe in, breathe out. Notice this breath as coming and going, just like thoughts, sensations, emotions, coming and going. No need to cling to anything or push anything away. As you sit today, just let go. Spontaneously aware and awake. Present, accounted for. Remembering that you are not your thoughts. Rest in the consciousness that sees the thoughts. So let go and let be. Let everything be as it is. Awake, aware, curiously examining. Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme May all beings everywhere, with whom we are inseparably interconnected, and who want and need the same as we do, may all be awakened, liberated, healed, fulfilled, and free. May there be peace in this world and throughout all realms of existence, an end to war, violence, poverty, injustice, and oppression. And may we all together complete the spiritual journey. By the blessings of the Triple Gem, may the minds and hearts of all beings be attuned to the sublime Dharma. Bless us to move forward on the path of true understanding. May the way be cleared of all impediments. Bless us that the elusive vision may appear in the light of the transcendent wisdom of Buddha. May unskillful thoughts and actions cease to arise. Bless us with the awakening of true love and compassion. May all beings realize perfect enlightenment. May all beings experience perfect enlightenment, including us. So thinking about this new year, there's some expectation that it's going to be better, some hope, some aspiration that it will be better. But don't get caught in the better or worse or same. Realize that both exist at once. Better and worst are two options for this experience. Two of many options. So, when we think about refuge, something that I do often is say the refuge prayer and bring my attention to the aspiration of finding grounding in three things. The Triple Gem. So the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. The Buddha, not just the historic figure, but the example of the living, breathing actions, wisdom and compassion of a wisdom being that is the same as what we have, each of us. This innate ability to see within, to see what things are actually. When we don't get so wrapped up in the neurotic thoughts and clinging, grasping, and aversion of our experience, the like and dislike of our experience, we can take that position of seer, understander, seeing things as they are, seeing our human reactions of emotions, thoughts, as just that, reactions. We can see that from a consciousness that is unstained and unmoved by what it sees. This is the grounding of our stability. This is the innate Buddha nature within each of us. our ability to access and view from that pristine consciousness, and not just get caught up in the relative being of human, but both simultaneously. This is not dualistic, it's all the same thing. The human part comes from the conscious part. There's no separation. But we often get mired in those rather mundane pieces of our being. We get blown off track by an emotion. We get blown off track by a thought or a belief. And our grounding comes from seeing those reactions as brief or as long as they last, as simply reactions. And we don't have to go down with the ship. We can see them for what they are. Let them arise and settle on their own, rather than us clinging to them. Our attachment to our human self is often the cause of our own suffering. So our innate Buddha nature is there. We can take grounding in it. The Dharma are the teachings that came from so many enlightened beings who wrote them down, maybe made a DVD or wrote a book or had a retreat tour, or maybe they sat on a rock talking to 3 other beings. Or maybe it's just one sitting in a cave, understanding, seeing, perpetuating his understanding of enlightenment. The Dharma lets us explore. It's not doctrine. It's not for us to memorize and adhere to, but it's meant to stimulate an exploration of what is right, wise, complete, and true, not because we're told so, but through our own examination, find these things to be of benefit. And the Sangha, which we know historically was the monastic portion of the Buddhist structure, but here and now, it's all of us. Everyone looking for the relief of this suffering together. Individual paths, but in similar pace, that we can take some grounding in that as well. So Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, we can take grounding simultaneously and in every spontaneous moment. They're accessible. I have some words, some poetry written by Thich Nhat Hanh. For this occasion. Not specifically ours, but specifically ours. So if you'd like to close your eyes and listen. Incense perfumes the atmosphere. A lotus blooms and the Buddha appears. The world of suffering and discrimination is filled with the light of the rising sun. As the dust of fear and anxiety settles, with open heart, one pointed mind, I turn to the 3 jewels. The fully enlightened one, beautifully seated, peaceful and smiling, a living source of understanding and compassion. To the Buddha, I go for refuge. The path of mindful living, leading to healing, joy and enlightenment, the way of peace. To the Dharma, I go for refuge. The loving and supporting community of practice, realizing harmony, awareness, and liberation. To the Sangha, I go for refuge. I am aware that the three gems are with me in my heart. I vow to realize them. Practicing mindful breathing and smiling, looking deeply into things, I vow to understand living beings and their suffering, to cultivate compassion and loving kindness, to practice joy and equanimity. I vow to offer joy to one person in the morning, to help relieve the grief of one person in the afternoon, living simply and sanely with few possessions, keeping my body healthy. I vow to let go of all worries and anxiety in order to be the light and free. I am aware that I owe so much to my parents, teachers, friends, and all beings. I vow to be worthy of their trust, to practice wholeheartedly, so that understanding and compassion will flower, helping living beings be free from their suffering. May the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha support my efforts. We endeavor to take precepts as Buddhists, and as we talked about in our Foundations of Buddhism class, the precepts can be taken partially or fully. So the 5 precepts, I'm only going to do 3, sorry, just kidding. The 5 precepts are to refrain from taking life, not willfully killing living beings. Number 2 is refrain from taking what is not given, not stealing from anyone. The 3rd precept, refrain from the misuse of the senses or sexual misconduct. The 4th precept, refrain from wrong speech, not lying or gossiping about other people. And the 5th precept is to refrain from intoxicants that cloud the mind. So these precepts or virtues are commitments that we make to support our spiritual path. Undertaking the 5 precepts are guidelines rather than commandments. The precepts are intended to help a Buddhist live free from remorse, so they can progress more easily on the path. We can respond each moment by answering the question, what will create the most good and relieve the most suffering? So I'm going to put up on the screen here This is the Pali refuge. This is the oldest known refuge prayer that I know of, and one that I use on a regular basis. So follow me. We'll do the this first Pali refuge together. This is from the Theravadan tradition and usually chanted 3 times. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the fully awakened, perfectly enlightened Lord Buddha. Buddham saranam gacchami. Dhammam saranam gacchami. Sangham saranam gacchami. Buddham saranam gacchami. Dhammam saranam gacchami. Sangham saranam gacchami. I take refuge in the enlightened Buddha. I take refuge in the sublime Dharma teaching. I take refuge in the noble Sangha community. Bodhicitta vow from the Mahayana tradition. From now until reaching perfect Buddhahood, for the benefit of all sentient beings without exception, I shall practice the 6 perfections wholeheartedly, day and night. From now until reaching perfect Buddhahood, for the benefit of all sentient beings without exception, I shall practice the 6 perfections wholeheartedly, day and night. From now until reaching Buddhahood, for the benefit of all sentient beings without exception, I shall practice the 6 perfections wholeheartedly, day and night. We end these vows with our bodhicitta dedication. Once in English, twice in Tibetan and once in English. Jang Chup Sem Chok Rinpoche Makye Panam Ke Gyur Chik Ke Panyam Par Me Payong Gong Ne Gong Du Perwar Shok Jang Chup Sem Chok Rinpoche Makye Panam Ke Gyur Chik Ke Panyam Par Me Payong Gong Ne Gong Du Perwar Shok. May the pure, brilliant sun of bodhicitta dawn in each and every heart and mind, dispelling the darkness of suffering and confusion, unstoppably until all are illumined and awakened. body, speech, and mind for the benefit of all beings without one single exception.
I didn't understand that.
Thank you to the phone. So it's important to practice daily. Sit even for just a few minutes. I like a few minutes a few times a day. 10, 15, 20 minutes. If you're really busy, an hour. Meet with your Sangha on a weekly basis. Come to the Sunday service. It's virtual. You can just click it on our phone or on our laptop and sit in our own homes. Rely on our Dharma brothers and sisters. So reach out even in the Sangha group page. We're all here. We can all help each other. Talk about our own understanding, our own dilemmas, and help each other find the solutions and the relief. Receive teachings, think and contemplate, meditate, and practice this compassionate awareness. It's important. It's important for you and the relief of your personal suffering. And as you relieve your suffering, you will relieve the suffering of others. So this is good. This is an auspicious, great moment, great day. So, congratulations for those who took a step. And if you're taking the step again, congratulations. Begin again each moment. Begin where you are, from here and now. Don't wait. Don't squander this precious opportunity of this vehicle where we can see from a relative standpoint this human existence, and from an ultimate standpoint this consciousness that is unstained and sees all. That we have access to that in this living vehicle. So don't squander that. It's important. It's good. It's good. I'm glad you were here. I'm glad I was here. I'm glad we practiced this together and explored these ideas. Explored the beginning. Begin to begin. It's good. It's all right. So I'm here most every day, practicing in the afternoons, about 2:30. And I know that time doesn't work for everybody, so it's recorded. You can go right to the website these days. Just go right onto the front page of our website, and you'll see two windows, one for the Sunday service and one for the daily meditation services. So click there, or endeavor to the YouTube channel or the Facebook channel or the Twitter channel and look at the recordings. Website's probably the easiest. Yeah. We'll be announcing some classes coming up this year. I'm going to get some help teaching as well. Some of the senior practitioners are going to jump in and either assist with me or on their own. So there'll be some cool opportunities. I just finished a 28-day meditation transformation, all online, for Cultivate Meditation Academy. It went live yesterday. So if you're looking for something to kind of jumpstart your meditation practice, there's a price to it. It's $39, I think. So if that suits you or looks like something maybe you would like to help support getting your daily practice off the ground. It's a 20-minute meditation each day and some thoughts of insight. So check that out if you want to. And email me with any questions, and I will endeavor to answer everything. Have a blessed day. I'm glad you were here. Happy New Year and Happy New You. I'll see you soon.